Hey fellow beaders, it's JP and welcome to another Bead Stash Sunday. So this is the bracelet we're making today. It's another component piece and that's the back. So you know how I like to do my backs. It makes it a much more stable component. Anyway, each component requires 12 4mm pearls. So I'm using pearls. You can use any 4mm bead that you want. And then for the connections, I use 4mm bicones. And again, you can use whatever 4mm bead you prefer. So if you have fire polish or rondelles, drux, this component is pretty versatile and will work with just about anything you got. And you're going to need your 11/0 seed beads. In addition, I've got a couple jump rings for my clasp and a lobster claw. Each component requires about 2 feet of your thread, so I'm using use a 4 to 6 pound fireline. That's should work really well, and you'll be able to reinforce the beads with that thread and then also connect them. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and let's get started. To begin with, you want to pick up 4 of your pearls and 4 11/0 beads in alternating order, like I have here. Bring it down to the end of your thread, and we are going to tie a knot. So we're just doing our basic overhead knot. You've seen me do this if you've watched my tutorials many times. And I always look pretty clumsy doing it because I have trouble with this. Normally I'm not this clumsy outside of the camera, but for some reason I'm having trouble. Actually, wow, that came out better than I thought it would. Anyway, there's the knot, and so that's what your piece should look like. Nice little circle, and I'm going to go ahead and take my needle and go through the pearl. I'm just going to reinforce this in a second here. So there's that knot. Go through your beads. Give it a little bit of a reinforcement. I have allergies, so if you hear me sniffling, that's what it is. And continue till I get to this pearl here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 5 11/0 beads, and I'm going to go back through the same pearl from which the thread is exiting, and then I'm going to go through this 11/0 that's next to it. So what you get is that you get a little loop that goes around the pearl, and you go into this next pearl here, and you're going to repeat what we just did. So you're going to put a loop around all 4 of the pearls. So you pick up 5 11/0 beads again, go through the pearl, and the 11/0 next to that pearl, and 2 are done. Go into this next pearl, pick up 5 11/0 beads, go back through the same pearl to make our loop, and through the 11/0. And there we go, 3 loops, and to the 4th. Pick up 5, again, 5, go back through the same pearl, and there's our 5th loop, or 4th loop rather. Now what you're going to do is I'm just flipping the work, and you're going to go up 3 of these 11/0 beads. So you're going to exit out of the middle bead of the 5. So I'm exiting out of the middle. Then what you're going to do is pick up a pearl, apologize for my runny nose. And I realize I don't have enough pearls out, so I'm going to grab a few more. There we go. Anyway, you're going to pick up a pearl, your 11-0, and another pearl, and we are going to go into the middle bead of the next loop here. So that's this bead here, and this is what you're going to get. It's going to be loose. It's okay, don't worry. And we're going to repeat this. So pearl, 11-0, pearl, and into the next middle bead of the next loop. Just like that. Pearl, 11-0, pearl, and into our middle bead here. And pearl, 11-0, pearl. Last time. So this is what you're going to have. It's kind of a floppy piece. You can see it's not sitting very well. We're going to continue forward. So I'm through the pearl. I'm going to go through this 11-0 and come out of this pearl. And now I'm going to pick up 3 11-0s. And I'm going to go into the pearl. I'm going to ignore this 11-0 here and just go straight through the pearl, 11-0 pearl. Like so. Yep, that's my runny nose. Pick up 3 11-0s. Go through the pearl, 11-0 pearl. Pick up 3 11-0s again. And we are going to go through this pearl, 11-0 pearl set. And for the last time, we're going to pick up 3 again. Go through this pearl, 11-0 pearl, and then we're going to go through and come out of the middle bead of this set of 3 11-0s. So come out of that second 11-0. Now pick up 2 11-0s and go through the next middle 11-0 here. And basically what we're doing is creating our back piece here. So you want to bring this together, and this will tighten up our piece, and it's not going to look very good just yet. So pick up 2 more, and then go through this middle 11-0 here of our group of 3. And just like that, pick up 2. Go through this next guy here. It's the middle in our set of 3 that we added. And last time, pick up 2. And we're back around to where we started. So I'm going to go through that 11-0, and then I'm going to go through the next 3 11-0s. I'm going to give it a tug. And that's what you should get. You should get a little diamond shape to kind of reinforce, or we are going to reinforce this, is what I'm trying to say. Get this tail thread. And keep going until the beads feel pretty secure. Okay, so I've made my way around. You can reinforce this further if you want. I feel like these are pretty secure now, like so. Give it a good tug. And you're set with the back. And this is our front. So now you want to make your way down to these pearls here. So my thread is exiting this 11-0 here. So I'm going to go down into this next 11-0 and excuse me, through the pearl. And then the 11-0 there between the two pearls, and I'm going to exit out of this pearl here. Now I'm going to pick up two 11-0s, and I'm going to go through this next pearl set here again. So I went through the pearl and the 11-0 and back through this next pearl. Pick up two more 11-0s, and we are going to go through the pearl 11-0 pearl grouping here. And what this does is further stabilize this piece. So pick up two, go through the pearl, and then the 11-0 and the pearl again. And then this is for the last time. Pick up two 11-0s, go through the pearl, 11-0, and exit out of the pearl. So basically what we've done is stabilize this piece a little bit more, and it should feel very secure at this point. And you get this little domed effect with the piece. Now we got a few more steps to get this to add. So my next step is to go ahead and add the end loop here. And so I need to get in position. So I'm going to go through these two 11-0s and exit out of this pearl here. I'm going to pick up an 11-0, a bicone, and then 5 11-0s, 5 11-0, or a bicone, and then another 11-0. Actually, let's see. And I'm going to go, so I'm exiting out of this pearl, I'm going to go back here to this pearl and basically go through the beads all over again and make a loop. Like so. Now what you're going to do is go through the 11-0 and the bicone and then the next two 11-0s here. We're going to skip this middle 11-0 and we're going to go down the next set of 11-0s, the bicone and the 11-0. And what this does is just gives you a little point there at our end and just a nice decorative little piece. And that's it. We are done with the component. So this part you only need to do for the two end components. So this is where the clasp is going to go. Now to connect our components together, so we're going to take and I have another finished component here, and we are going to connect them together. So I have to make my way around to that side, other side, and of course you can go back and reinforce this a second or third time you want. I've gone through it twice. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on. Okay, so here's where I'm at. I want to connect them together like so. And I'm going to pick up an 11-0, a bicone, 11-0, and I'm going to go through the pearl on this opposite component. So I'm here, and I'm going to go through this one here. And then through the two 11-0s that are in between. Like so. Brings it together. Go through this pearl. Now pick up an 11-0 bicone. 11-0. And go through the pearl on the first component. And we're going to make our way down. So I went through the 11-0s. And through the pearl here. Just like that. So go ahead and reinforce by just going back through the beads again now that you got them all connected, or you got the two components connected. So, and I'm just going back through them, and so I'm going through the pearl and the two 11-0s here. Here we go. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and tie a half hitch knot as I go. So there, I made a loop. There's my loop. I'm going to go through it. And now I'm going to go through the pearl. I'm going to go through the 11-0 here and make my second knot. There's my loop right here. Go through it and then go through the bicone and the 11-0. I'm going to go through these two, this pearl and the two 11-0s there. Make one more knot. Got my knot in place. Go through the pearl now. Okay, and back through the bicone and the 11-0s, and through probably through the pearl. All the 11-0s are pretty tight, so let's see if I can get through this one. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and cut the thread, which I think it's pretty much, yeah. It's gotten pretty tight, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that thread. And this tail thread here. And the tail on the side here. Okay, so that's all you have to do in order to make the component and then connect them together. So go ahead and continue onward. Looks like I got my tail thread here wrapped up. I'll fix that before I continue, but I mean, that should still be okay. And that's it. So let's go ahead and continue making components, however many you need, and we'll be back in a bit. Okay guys, here's my finish bracelet. You can see all the components are connected with bicones and 11-0s. There's my end. I just used a lobster claw clasp. You guys can use whatever clasp you prefer. And so the bracelet is 5.5 inches, and then with the clasp makes it 6, which is the length that I need. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I will see you in the next one.